You're drinking Kool-Aid to start your day?
I don't know. It's not just weight loss, though. I got other shit I want to work on. I want to grow. I'm 32. I feel like I should grow up a little bit, you know? Like, I feel like this is the year, no more floor pills, right? No more finding loose pharmaceuticals on the ground and trying to get fucked up off what turns out to be heartburn medicine. Like, that's over for me. I am trying to stay sober, though. That's real. I'm trying to stay sober. It's been about 4 weeks, you know? 4 weeks, so it's going all right. Thank you, yeah. So I'll be back, don't worry. After this show, I'll be back, if I'm being honest with you guys. Yeah, I just had to cool my jets for a sec. It's hard, man. My problem with sobriety is I keep doing drugs, you know? Because drugs rock, right? Here's how good drugs are. You know my favorite movie of all time is? It's this nature documentary about tropical fish that I watched on mushrooms at my friend's place. And the colors were so vibrant and the story was so gripping. Halfway through, I'm like, dude, what is this? I gotta look this up. And he looks at me and goes, you were watching a screensaver right now. So, okay, well, don't touch the mouse, please. I'm rather invested in this right now. I'd like to see how this ends, thank you. I'm trying to stay sober. I'm trying to watch less porn, trying to be off porn. One of my friends, he was off porn too. I was like, sick, dude, what's your secret? Let's compare notes. And he was like, oh, I've just been having sex with a lot of women. It's like, okay, man, well, that's not being off porn, right? You can't be like, no more video games for me, no more Madden. I'm just on the Dallas Cowboys now. No more Call of Duty. I bought a gun, so take this for a spin.
Yeah, I'm working on it, you know. Always trying to get better. I'm a weirdo. That's why I drink. Big fan of the booze. I got to cut back. I actually got let go from a job once for being drunk at work. Yeah. My boss called me and he goes, get in here, Mark. It's clear you're a high-functioning alcoholic. I was like, wow, how do you know I was also high? This guy is good. One of my friends is like a beer expert. You know, he's like, we gotta go to a brewery. I'm like, why can't we just go to a bar? He's like, it's fun. You can see how it's made. I don't care how it's made. Look, I like porn. I don't need to go to a broken home. Not saying all porn stars in broken home, just the ones I like. Seems like a lot of people are quitting the booze now. It's kind of going away. All my friends are getting sober. And look, that's good, but some people are better when they're drinking. There's a lot of bad sobers out there, you know? We always talk about the negative part about booze. What about the good? Like, sure, you drove through a playground, but you could dance, man. Come on. Trying to get better. I'm in therapy. Anybody else? Hey, there you go. A couple people. Yeah. I'm doing this thing called exposure therapy. That's where you face your fears. Scared of heights, takes a hot air balloon. Scared of drowning, takes you in the ocean. So he said, what are you scared of, Mark? I said, I'm claustrophobic and scared of intimacy. So he took me in a little closet and fucked me. That was very expensive. Yeah. Why the stigma with therapy? Why? All my friends make fun of me. I think it should be mandatory. Everybody works out their muscles. Why not work out your emotions? I'll be hanging out with a friend. He's like, all right, man, take it easy. I'm going to go work on arms and back. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go work on letting go of the past and accepting love. Right? Everybody loves the gym. Ooh, the gym makes me feel sexy. Well, you know what else is sexy? Not being a walking red flag. Right? Nobody cares about your abs if you're the guy having a meltdown at Chili's, right? I think people respect the gym because there's a culture behind it. You know, like gym rats. They have T-shirts that say beast mode and better sore than sorry. Therapy people, we need T-shirts. We need a shirt that says no dad, no problem. Right? Or like can't stop, won't stop crying. Ah!
How about mushrooms? Let's go down the list. How do you feel about... Be more enthusiasm for mushrooms. Nice. I mean, stoners are like, we made it out. We're facing the right way. I don't know what you want. If you haven't done mushrooms, do mushrooms. Don't worry. You'll be okay. I promise. If you're going to do them, here are my suggestions. Do them outside and do them with people that you trust. Okay? People nodding their heads right now, you can ask them questions. The last time I did them was a few years ago. Wasn't even a bad experience. We go camping with some friends, take mushrooms, go down to this river. I spend 40 minutes sitting under a bridge trying to decide if I should tell my friends that I see a rock that looks like Barbra Streisand. After 40 minutes, I decide that that is a good idea. If you've done mushrooms, you know that what you see isn't necessarily what everyone else sees. But I went for it at the time, and I was like, hey, you guys, there's a rock over here that looks like Barbra Streisand. And then, being nice people, were like, well, let's go check it out. I was like, here you go. They all went, I said, no, but if he was a mouse. She was a mouse, if she was a mouse. Look, I spent the day under a bridge with a legend, so do mushrooms, you guys.
I fucked up the other day so bad. I went to this is the worst that's gotten recently. Okay, do you guys know what intrusive thoughts are? It's like coupled with OCD. I have pretty bad OCD. I'm treated for it now. I'm on Prozac. I'm dissociated right now. It's pretty great. I could stick my hand in a blender. I'd feel nothing. I also can't come. That's a problem. You can't come on Prozac. You know what's crazy? I got off Prozac because I couldn't come, but because of the OCD, I had to come in like multiples of 3, so I got back on it. Anyway, I'm getting off Adderall. So I'm losing my train. Are you guys suffering from the shortage? Are you or are you not? Is it over? Or is it still? I don't believe in it. There's no shortage. You give the guy who makes Adderall more Adderall, he'll make more fucking Adderall. What are we doing? It's a lot. I don't know what they're doing. Only giving it to rich people? I don't know, but my friends are geeking out. Have you asked your buddies about it? Anytime, I'm like, what are you doing about the Adderall? They're like, well, on Wednesdays you can go to CVS and you can get the extended release. And then on Mondays you can go to Walgreens, and that's what you got to put your hair in a different position though. And I was like, okay, I got to get off this shit. I got to get off this shit. I'm also shitty on Adderall. I'm a bad, like if somebody's talking to me, I'm immediately like, hey, when are we going to get to the point where we, manifest our progress and capitalize on our momentum? And they're like, I'm telling you about my sick father. And I'm like, let's start a podcast.
Now, drinking and driving. A lot of people say it's wrong, and I call these people the cops. Well, sometimes you have no choice. Hey, those kids got to get to school. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God. I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to tell you. I got pulled over for drunk driving once. Oh, man, was I drunk. You know you're really drunk when you get pulled over by the Coast Guard. That's when you know. This is the U.S. Coast Guard. Swim out of that Honda Civic. Fuck you, C-Pig! Come and get me!
I quit smoking. That's good for your teeth, man. You ever tried that? Holy cow, is that tough, huh? I smoked ever since I was a kid. I always remember smoking, One time I remember I was a little kid. I was like 8 years old, and I was behind my garage. I was sneaking a cigarette back there, and my dad caught me. I'll never forget it. His big head came around the corner of the garage. There it was, my dad's big head. And then his body, right after it. There was his body. Trailing his head as it often would. And he grabbed me, and he hauled me in. And I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, What he did is he pulled out his giant cigar. Must have been half the size of my arm, this big cigar. Stuck it in my mouth, lit it up, made me smoke it all the way through, right to the end. That's when I started smoking cigars real heavy. That plan backfired on him. Then there was another time I remember, now that I'm thinking about it. I was behind the garage again, as luck would have it. And this time I was smoking a big fat joint back there. And don't do drugs. And my dad's big head showed up again. And there's no body this time, just a big head. That was the funny part. You like to mix it up like that, So anyways, he grabbed me there with his teeth, and he hauled me in. And I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, but injected me with heroin.
Now, here's the real thing about weed, if I'm being honest. Weed would have me help an old lady across the street, okay? Alcohol would have me ask her out, all right? That's where it's at right there, okay? Now, the thing I love about weed, too, is it's not too strong. Tonight, I'm going to fucking go out after these shows. I'm going to smoke a bunch of weed. And weed's going to rock it with me all night long till the wheels fall off. Weed's going to take me home tonight. Yeah, weed's going to put me in bed. And then weed's going to get in next to me. Pull the covers up, outside spoon me all night tonight. I'm sleeping like a baby tonight. Okay, not alcohol. Alcohol wants to go out all night, too. Rock it till the wheels fall off. Alcohol wants to come home and sleep at my place, too. But see, alcohol don't want us to sleep in the bed. Alcohol wants me to sleep between my toilet and my fucking sink with my arm bent around my head while I throw my nuts up into the toilet. And then on top of it wants to shit my night pants. Weed ain't shitting my night pants. Get up in the morning, you don't even remember what the fuck happened to you. People have to prompt you. Not weed, weed's up. Weed's been up. Weed had breakfast. Weed had coffee. Weed took a morning shit. Weed's out walking the dog, smoking a joint, because that's how chill weed is, it smokes itself.
I hang up with my mom, and I light up the biggest joint I could find. I start talking to God about my balls. Like, God, how the fuck did I get cancer? Is it these tight-ass pants I've been wearing? I'll switch to Jenkos right now, bro. How? Is it all these mango White Claws I've been drinking? And then it hits me. This is how I got cancer. My first tour, 250 shows, 60 different cities, all across this country. I spent it talking shit about the American healthcare system. And I must have gotten a little too close to the truth. I think these pricks heard what I was saying, and they switched the 5G on my phone on, you see? And now I got fucking cancer.
You can just tap. That's the best part of the sport. You tap the other person. They have to stop legally. They win, but you don't die. Sort of a win-win. I think we should have that socially, you know? You're at like a party or a bar, and someone's telling you a shitty story, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm done with this, actually. And you tap on the forehead. And then you're like, no, you won. That was great. And your friends are like, why'd you tap so early? You're like, I was gonna kill myself if I kept listening to that piece of shit story, so I had to get out of there.
I don't go out anymore. I have a baby now, so I don't go out. Some of you have babies, but you don't love them, so you're here. That's cool. No, I mostly just go out with my daughter. I went to the park with her the other day. I was at this park in New York City Park, and they had these no drinking signs at the park. But it doesn't say no drinking. It has a picture of like a martini glass with a line through it. Are those really the people causing the problems with the drinking in the parks? Are they reaching their target audience with a martini glass, really? Shouldn't it be like a bottle in a bag with a line through it? You see people at this park at 4 in the morning, hey, motherfucker!